Chapter 5. The Fool. Verse 60. Night is long for one lying awake. 7 miles is long for one exhausted. The journey of rebirth is long for fools who do not realize the true Dhamma. Verse 61. You should find a friend who has better qualities than you, or has equal qualities. If you do not find such a friend with great determination, you should live alone. There is no friendship with fools. Verse 62. The fool is occupied with worldly things, saying, I have children, I have wealth. In reality, one's self is not even one's own. How then are children? How then is wealth? Verse 63. The fool who knows his foolishness is wise to that extent. But a fool who considers himself wise is the one indeed to be called a fool. Verse 64. Though a fool associates with a wise person for his entire life, he never understands the Dhamma like the spoon that never tastes the flavor of soup. Verse 65. Though a wise person associates with a wise person only for a moment, he quickly realizes this Dhamma, like the tongue that tastes the flavor of the soup. Verse 66. Fools with no wisdom act as their own enemies. They live doing much evil. Eventually, their evil deeds will bear bitter fruit. Verse 67. No deed is good that one regrets having done. No deed is good if the result is to be experienced with weeping and a tear-streaked face. Verse 68. A deed is good when one does not regret having done it. A deed is good if the result is to be experienced with joy and delight. Verse 69. As long as the results of evil deeds have not ripened, the fool thinks doing evil is as sweet as honey. But when the evil deeds ripen, then the fool suffers greatly. Verse 70. The foolish ascetic who eats food with the tip of a blade of grass, month after month, is not worth a 60th part of the lives of the liberated one who have realized the Dhamma. Verse 71. It is true that fresh milk curdles immediately, but the result of one's evil deed does not ripen immediately. Rather, smoldering like fire covered by ashes, the result of the evil deed follows the fool, looking for a chance to ripen. Verse 72. The knowledge gained by the fool leads to his own ruin. He destroys his remaining goodness entirely. Finally, he cuts off his own head, namely his own wisdom. Verse 73. The foolish monk always desires to gain honor from others. He seeks leadership over fellow monks. He is greedy for authority in the monasteries. He desires gifts and homage from householders. Verse 74. The foolish monk thinks both householders and monks must seek advice only from me. In every task, they must follow my instructions. These intentions only increase his evil wishes and pride. Verse 75. The way to worldly gain, honor, fame, and praise is one thing. The way to Nibbana is another. The monk, the disciple of the Buddha, clearly understands this distinction. Therefore, he does not delight in honor. His top priority is living in seclusion.